We'll do that again, shall we? Yeah, 1 minute 30 of me just being on mute. Thank you, Joseph Robertson, in the chat for pointing that out. Yeah, well, I'll cut that when this one goes into a proper video. I was just saying, last game week of the season, with my Sky hat on, I'm pretty chilled out about it, to be honest. I haven't got any transfers left. Obviously, I don't know that my full 11 is going to play this week, but I do know that I can captain a player that's going to start, and I think that's the important thing, isn't it? So yeah, for me, I'm very chilled about Sky. We'll see what happens with the lineups. Well, I mean, there are multiple options, aren't there? Likes of Haaland, Salah, Kane. I really like Harry Kane this week, but obviously it depends on all the lineups that go. I was just saying the normal spiel with this one, really. I've got the fixtures to go through. I'll go through my thoughts on each of them, how I think each team are going to do, and who the best captains are. We'll look at the underlying numbers. Thank you to Drafthound for those. So I've got the clean sheet odds and goal scoring odds, some stats from FF stuff, and an update on the Golden Goal Mini League, which is getting very close. So someone's going to end up with a mug and some biscuits at the end of the season, but it's getting very close between who does that. So that's quite exciting to see. So yeah, starting off then with the fixtures. Obviously, all the games this week kick off at 4:30 on Sunday. We got Southampton at home to Liverpool. A fixture I really like for Liverpool. I feel like probably the strongest captain, just based on how I think the teams are going to line up, is probably a Liverpool player. Someone like Salah or Trent, I think, could do really well. But yeah, remains to be seen how Liverpool line up. I remember Klopp saying he might be changing some things around with the team. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, we've got 3:30. We'll all be checking the lineups and see what happens. But yeah, I don't mind Salah or Trent as a captain on that one. Man United and Fulham. I'm hoping for a Man United clean sheet because most of my fantasy teams, including Sky, have a couple of Man United defenders in them. Excuse me, I'm just going to have to sneeze a second. Excuse me. Yeah, I was just saying, a couple of Man United defenders in like all my fantasy teams, but I got a feeling Mitrovic might put an end to my clean sheet hopes on that one. We'll see who plays, whether Rashford plays. I think Rashford's a good captaincy shout if he does play, likewise Bruno. But again, thankfully we get to see the lineups. I don't actually have Rashford. I sold him for a Brighton, Matoma when he originally got his injury. And obviously he's featured, scored, hopefully, I don't know. I don't really know what to say as a Man United fan because I want us to get third place. So I do want Rashford to play. I just don't want him to do too much damage to my Sky rank, I guess. Leicester and West Ham. Obviously the narrative of this week is teams that go down, right? I think, there's 4 teams, 3 teams mainly floating around relegation. We'll see who goes down. One of them could be Leicester. Got West Ham at home. I feel like that's probably a winnable fixture for Leicester, to be honest, but I feel like, definitely their result is in other teams' hands. If Everton don't win, for example, then they could be safe. But if things stand as they are, both teams win, it's Leicester going down. And obviously Leeds as well. Leicester, West Ham, I feel like Leicester have to go for this game, score some goals. So Maddison could be a good shout. I know he missed out against Newcastle, but I feel when he came on, he looked really dangerous and creative. And he created the best chance of the game across to Castagna that was saved really well by Pope. So yeah, I mean, Leicester got to win that game. I feel like their assets could be good in Sky. And again, with Sky, thankfully, we get to see the lineups. Leeds and Tottenham. Again, another game that Leeds have to win. I feel like Tottenham are almost definitely going to score, and it's going to come through Harry Kane. So for that reason, I really do think he's, along with Salah and Haaland, obviously the best captains. Again, we'll see the lineups, but you've got to think that Kane plays whatever happens. I feel like both teams are going to score, and to be honest, I can't really pick a winner in this one. I feel like everything Leeds are playing for at the moment, and Tottenham just playing for a bit of pride. So, yeah, I don't know who's going to win that game. It'd be an interesting one. Everton and Bournemouth, I don't know really where this is going to go. Obviously, Everton have more to play for, but Bournemouth have been really good this season. So, yeah, we'll see how that one goes. But looking at the clean sheet odds, in fact, little spoiler, Everton are top, which is very strange. I've never seen them top of a clean sheet odds list before, but with Bournemouth at home, they are. Crystal Palace and Forest. I feel like Palace, that's a good fixture for them. And if I had a spare transfer left, bringing in someone like Eze to be a bit different could be a good option. Obviously, Forest, one of the worst defensive teams in the league, and, well, Eze is in a really good run of form at the moment, so I feel like he could be a good option. Chelsea and Newcastle, I mean, we'll see what happens to that Newcastle team. I guess, really, they're still playing to win that game because third place means they don't play a Champions League playoff game. So they want to win that game to like maximise their chances of third, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. I feel like that's going to be a draw, to be honest. Brentford and Man City, it's anyone's call that. Brentford without Tony looked to be absolutely fine, to be honest. Still as good as they were with him, to be honest. And then Man City, who knows what team Pep is going to put out there. It sounded like the likes of Diaz. And the players that missed out in the previous game were all hungover by the way that Pep made out. So we'll see what happens in that one. Villa and Brighton, I think both teams are sort of fates are settled in the league now in terms of their place. But again, they'll be playing for pride in that one. And Brighton have obviously been rotating loads. Aston Villa, really good under Emery. I feel like that could be quite a cagey game. Then Arsenal and Wolves, I feel like people are sort of not necessarily writing them off, but discounting Arsenal assets now. They haven't won the league, but I feel like Wolves at home is a good fixture. They could score multiple goals there, and those the likes of Odegaard, Martinelli's done, isn't he? Odegaard and Saka could do really well. So I'm struggling with a bit of a cold here. Right, so these are the clean sheet odds that I spoke about. And yeah, a real surprise. I've never seen Everton top of a clean sheet odds list ever in my life, I don't think. 48% clean sheet odds against Brighton. Bournemouth, sorry. Which, yeah, really good. Is Pickford a good shout? Who knows? Are you going to spend your last remaining transfer in fantasy football on an Everton defender? I mean, I don't think so. It's just interesting to see them so high up. And then Arsenal doing quite well. Man United, Man City, Crystal Palace and Liverpool all decent. Excuse me, folks. Yeah, it's just like I said, Trent looks like a decent captain against Southampton should he start. He's getting passing bonus in that sort of inverted fullback position. And 36% chance for clean sheet for Liverpool is really good. Anything really below 30%. I don't usually bank teams to keep a clean sheet for under that sort of percentage because it's just too low. So, yeah, you can see there are 6 teams there above 30%. Could well keep a clean sheet. And to be honest, Everton, they got Sean Dyche as their manager. You could see that clean sheet happening. But, yeah, you're going to pick an Everton defender for the final game week? I don't think it's worth it. All right, I'm really struggling at the moment. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, goal scoring odds then. So this is taken from DraftHound again. Haaland's top of the list for goal scoring. 58% likely to score a goal. Rashford on 51. Salah 49. Kane 49. Jesus 44. Wilson 43. I mean, you can see the players all there. And then goal involvement. Salah slightly takes the lead, 66% compared to Haaland's 64%. And obviously, all things considered in Sky with Salah being a midfielder, he's going to get more points for a goal. So thinking of expected Sky points, Salah probably takes it this week, along with Rashford as well, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see what happens in terms of how they line up. You could see Salah could miss out, Haaland could miss out, Rashford could miss out. I mean, all those three could be on the bench. Who knows how their teams are going to line up. So just thought it'd be interesting, though, to share those goal involvement odds should the player play, start the game and play 90. It'd be interesting to factor in once we see the teams. Joseph Robertson saying he is close to me on points. Well, that's interesting. Still challenging in some prize mini leagues. Just need a half decent weekend to stay in the money. Good luck, mate. Yeah, how many transfers you got left? Have you got anything to do, or are you sort of just stuck with your team and working out who to captain? Then what I thought I'd do is just over the last week is show the transfers in. So last weekend, the most popular player to bring in was Callum Wilson. No real surprise, and obviously it did really well for people that did captain him. Or did he actually last weekend? I can't remember. I'm gonna have a look at the app just to be sure. Obviously, Callum Wilson did well, but I can't remember how well he did weekend just gone. It was a 0-0, wasn't it? Oops, my mistake. So yeah, the true 0-0 with Leicester, didn't they? So didn't really pay off that transfer. And is he going to play this weekend? I guess that's a question, isn't it? Riyad Mahrez, Mitoma, Shaw and Julian Alvarez. You can see the rest of the players there. Low transfers really brought in below sort of Mitoma. Just interested to see who was brought in. Then I guess, well, the main player that was taken out being Gabriel Martinelli. Smart decision, you know. The manager confirmed he was going to be out for the season. Makes sense to transfer him out. And most went for Callum Wilson. And you can see the rest of the players there. Interesting to see people taking out the likes of Salah and Kane, though, with what they've got. It's, yeah, a bit rogue in my opinion. I'm not sure I'd be doing that. Some of these players are literally the best assets in the game at the moment, and they were transferred out of the top 1K. So, yeah, just interesting to see that. Yeah, I wouldn't be taking out Liverpool defenders, and I certainly wouldn't be taking out the likes of Kane, Salah and Saka either. And yeah, just overall top 1K ownership, no real surprises. I mean, these are the most popular players in the game amongst the players that are sticking at it and doing well. So I don't think there are any particular surprises here. Obviously, most people I think will be on Haaland should he start. I guess for those chasing, you might want to go a bit different, and you can see the ownership here to help you decide that. I really like Eze as an outside chance if you're really looking to chase this week, particularly in Sky. He seems to be really popular for people to bring in FPL. But obviously, looking at the ownership in Sky, he's going to be a lot lower than, well, the big guns. So he could be a good option for you. Oh, that's the wrong screen. I was going to show an update of the Golden Goal Mini League, but I don't think I actually have it. There it is. Here's the Mini League. That was a little sneak peek of the new FPL graphics that I've made. Ooh, look at that. So top of the list is David Baxter. He's still top of the pops. 3 points is his lead, though, to Stephen Manning. So it's getting very, very close for, obviously, the most coveted prize in fantasy football of the biscuits and the Golden Goal branded mug. So yeah, good luck to both of you this weekend, and may the best man win it, I guess. I imagine, looking at those points totals, these guys are vying for the very, very top positions. Yeah, David Baxter is 6th, and Stephen is 8th overall. It's good to see Paul McNulty still up top as well with the overall leaderboards. Hopefully you can hang on, Paul, and get yourself that 50k. No one deserves it more than you, mate. So yeah, Golden Goal Mini League's got some big guns in it, so it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top. I'm guessing like the likes of, I wonder what David and Stephen are going to do in terms of their captaincy. Whether, you know, they're happy with their, I imagine like those guys are doing all right in cash mini leagues, so probably looking to go safe rather than chase. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see who comes out on top in that one. Yeah, that's about it really, isn't it? I don't really have too much else to go through. I mean, we're all sort of in the same boat. Most of us have got 0 transfers left. That's what the average is. In fact, Sky tweeted it out after I made the graphic set for this pod. So I'm just gonna have a quick look at that and show it on my phone screen. It's not gonna be very professional, but you can still see it. There you go. So yeah, pretty much everyone's got nothing left now, and we're just on the team news. Hopefully, like Joseph Robertson says, I think the winner will have the most players that start, and obviously have captained the right player. And who knows? I feel like, I mean, if Haaland starts, you have to captain Haaland, don't you? If you're looking to, you know, keep pace. I mean, people are almost forgetting how good of an asset he's been this season, and well, even like the expected points figures are suggesting, you know, Salah and Kane are better, and I'm just not sure. He's broken the goal scoring record, for God's sake, and he's got, what's his fixture? It's Brentford away, isn't it? It's a perfectly decent game. So yeah, I feel like he could do damage. So who knows? Who knows? All to play for, isn't it? And all to decide with the team selections and stuff. I think that's pretty silly all I've got to go through for my content. If anyone's in the chat, feel free to chime in with a question or whatever. It's good to have you in here, Joseph. But yeah, other than that, I'll leave it there. It feels very, very short, but we all know it's not a huge deal to talk about in Sky. And I'll probably do another pod next week as a little season review, things I change, etc., etc. And yeah, enjoy my summer break, I think. All right, folks, we'll leave it there. I'm going to try and edit out the first 1 minute 30 then while I was on mute. Thank you for pointing that out, Joseph. You're a lifesaver. Otherwise, that would have been the whole thing with me on mute, I think. So, yeah, thank you for saving me there. And I will catch you hopefully next week for a little season wrap-up video. But, yeah, good luck, everyone, this weekend. May you do as well as possibly you can with 0 chances left and the lineup news that we're going to get.